Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe. Actually, everyone have been actually open for a moment like this that we're gonna see the two crazy characters in the same movie. That's Wunmi Toriola and Fumi Martins, right? But it's actually a dream come true for fans like us. And I actually want to start it like this: that it takes a patient man to actually please a woman first, and actually takes a wise man to please a polygamous hoe. So Mide Martins and Omotosho happens to be married to the same man, and sexually pleasing them actually has been a major issue in their home. So they were arguing, and about their sexuality and all with their husband, that they are not enjoying him to themselves more like they should, and spirit came and gave their husband a turkey. That was the funniest thing. The husband was like, who gave him a turkey? They were like, no, he wasn't responding to them, that they were not the one, and all that went that way. So they went on to having an argument on who's going to send their house help an errand. That went on. you know they overheard their husband talking to the house help about something, and they posting on them and accuse the house help of wanting to collect their husband. They beat them mercilessly. you know that resulted in so their husband being angry about the situation. Even their husband is scared of them. So they agreed to get that back doors that are gonna come to their husband's presence, and apologize for all the whole issue that actually happened. And they were at the you know moment of apologizing, and it resulted into argument, and both of them were playing victim. That one was the cheerleader, or let's say um someone that instigated it, and they were passing it around, and it resulted into fight, and they were fighting, and then it went on that way, because they couldn't resolve it, so they were at the dining again. That's another scene. you know they were fighting on what the husband is gonna eat. It's always a problem when you're in a polygamous family. Everyone wants to please you, everyone wants you to themselves. So it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of perseverance, it takes a lot of understanding, and slow to talk, because sometimes it takes you for it, to talk, for you to be able to resolve some issue, and some issue you stand up and resolve it amicably. So no one knows how a polygamous family is unless you've been in such situation, because it's always hard to please both of them sexually sometimes. So their father-in-law actually came around. That's actually a funny thing, because he's actually a cool man that doesn't know what's going on in their home. So he came around. He was chilling. They offered him different things. They offered him water, and all of a sudden, he was requesting beyond. He was requesting to the extent where they had to call him to order. And these people are different kind of ladies that they call you to order by either abusing you or let you know your worth. So they reminded him that he has the money in the house, he has the money in building the house and all. That all he did was just pray on the foundation. And they told him they actually started beating him to the time it was time for him to now leave the house. So that was how that went. So there's the story again. The second phase of the movie is the story, the phase of a lady called Dami. Actually, she happens to be a girl that she's blessed. She sees vision, and a she has her own problem, and that problem is actually the fact that she acts weird sometimes. Let me put it that way. So our friends actually have been noticing. So they were like, okay, yes, let's try as much to you know take care of this girl, because she acted weird on her birthday. It was her birthday, and she acted weird. They brought cake for her, and she commanded them to pause. And when they paused, she happens to break the cake, and a lot of things happened on her birthday. It wasn't nice. So her friends as well said, okay, yes, let them plan things out and take her out for counseling, and they took her to, a so-called pastor, let's say a prophet, and they were at the waiting hall. They were at the waiting hall, ready to see whoever they came to see, and she happens to see a vision to a young guy. So she happens to see a vision to a young guy telling him that, oh, the problem he came for was that it should be resolved quickly if we could, go back to the impregnated and accept the pregnancy because he rejected it, and they felt the problem should be resolved that way, and the guy left there, and it was time for them to now see the pastor. So they were being called on by whoever is the one directing, the lady directing, and she came to call them, and she never felt like seeing the pastor because she wanted to leave. But eventually her friends went ahead to hold her and call her and tell her that, okay, yes, they can't just leave like that. They should go ahead and see the pastor they came to see. So they were there. The pastor, started talking like, because he's proud of his work, he's proud of, himself. But the lady doesn't, Dampi doesn't see him the way he sees himself. So she warned him, telling him that she is more than him, she's stronger than him. And the pastor challenged her to review herself and showcase herself if she's truly more than him. And she mentioned the pastor's name. She mentions the pastor's father and mother, and told the pastor that he wasn't patient enough. He went beyond what he should at the early stage of his career. The junior pastor was there, talking profusely, and she had to shun him up and struck him, and he fell instantly, and that was how we lost the junior pastor to that scene. And then a flashback was being shown to us, a flashback of when the pastor was still, up and coming. He had discussion with the junior pastor. The junior pastor was complaining about how, they're not having enough members in their church, and that resulted into them going diabolical and, seeking powers, and they became the church that they are today. Comparison caused it, and they went fetish, and they gave him the power he wanted. And how did they resulted into that death under the cab? Charles must should kidnap a lady, and they you know made her enter the car, and as she entered the car, smoke came on.